Have you ever wondered if there's a creature beneath the ocean so stealthy, it's like a ghost? Imagine a submarine so silent that enemy sonar cannot detect it, an invisible predator lurking in the depths. This is the reality of the HMS Agamemnon, the Royal Navy's ultimate secret weapon. Launched from a modest shipyard in the United Kingdom, this vessel weighs 7,400 tons and is engineered to vanish completely into the ocean's chaos. In the cold, dark waters where mechanical noise echoes like thunder, Agamemnon's silence is deafening. Its hull is coated with over 39,000 specially designed sound-absorbing rubber tiles. Unlike ordinary insulation, these tiles swallow sound waves whole, turning the submarine into a black hole of silence. Enemy sonar beams bounce off the tiles, only to disappear into the abyss of absorption. To Russian sonar operators, Agamemnon appears as a phantom, an illusion that dares to defy the laws of detection. For China, it's a monster whose origin remains an unsolvable mystery. But this is no ordinary vessel, it is a marvel of modern technology. The British designed it without traditional propellers, replacing them with a sophisticated pump jet system. This ingenious design prevents cavitation, the destructive bubbles that give away the location of most submarines. Instead, Agamemnon glides through the water with an eerily smooth and silent flow, unheard and unseen. It's the embodiment of precision, a deadly predator that moves faster, quieter, and more stealthily than any before it. Armed with Tomahawk missiles and Spearfish torpedoes, each carrying enough explosive to devastate strategic targets hundreds of miles away, this submarine is a game-changer. Its onboard sonar system is the most advanced on the planet, capable of detecting enemy submarines from incredible distances. It's like having a sixth sense in the ocean's darkness, capable of sensing threats before they become visible. Just imagine, as Agamemnon silently observes from the depths, Russian and Chinese submarines are blind to its presence. Every move they make, every sonar ping they send out, is recorded and evaluated. This stealth has the potential to turn the entire underwater chess game upside down. For the first time in history, a single vessel might be able to dominate the vast, unpredictable ocean without detection, transforming the seabed into a hunting ground where the hunted has no chance to escape. And yet, Agamemnon's threat extends well beyond mere detection. It signifies a profound shift in naval power, a silent superweapon that renders previous doctrines obsolete. The UK's return to naval dominance is not just about bigger ships or more missiles, but about mastering the art of invisibility in a world obsessed with noise and visibility. This vessel exemplifies a new era where silence is power, and the ocean becomes the ultimate battlefield. Previous segments shattered Moscow and Beijing submarine invisibility myths with Britain's unbeatable black submarine, HMS Agamemnon. Armed with Tomahawk missiles, Spearfish torpedoes, and Sonar 2076, it turns icy oceans into deadly traps for Russian and Chinese vessels. Technological ruin looms over their fleets. Sound waves vanish like whispers in the wind. Operators stare at empty screens, blindsided by the abyss. Now, brace for the revolution in stealth. How can a 7,497-meter colossal monster of metal, hauling a colossal nuclear reactor, vanish like a silent dolphin in the depths? Technological imbalance reigns in Agamemnon's quiet design. Russia and China chase bigger boats, crammed with more warheads. Yet Britain uncovers victory's true path, not in booming blasts, but in eerie absence. Agamemnon's might lies not in launched weapons, but in zero presence. Its pitch-black hull isn't mere camouflage. Over 39,000 custom sound-sucking rubber panels cloak it. This isn't basic cover. Foe's sonar strikes these tiles. Waves don't bounce back. They're swallowed whole. Like a void devouring stars, it devours noise. Russian Yazan or Chinese Type 093 subs ping active sonars. Returns? Evaporated. Screens show void, not threat, the ocean's blank stare. Russian coatings peel and warp at high speeds. Astute class fix turns the vessel into an acoustic phantom. Classic subs, even modern Russian ones, spin propellers. Speed spawns low-pressure bubbles. They pop in a racket, cavitation. Like a subterranean drum roll, betraying position to hunters. But Agamemnon? No propellers. It deploys an intricate pump jet drive. draws water in channels. Churns it rearward under force. No bubbles burst. No racket. Just fluid, serene flow. Smooths stern turbulence. Foils Russian acoustic spies. Moves under their detection limits. Invisible, it stalks. Sensory isolation. The hull's absorption hums faintly, a tactile vibration barely felt. Smell of salt lingers, but no roar breaks the hush. Could you believe decades of underwater dominance crumbled because of tiny bubbles? Imagine, Russian crews sweat in their cramped, echoing chambers, blindness creeping as Agamemnon closes, unheard. Enemy blasts echo in memory, but their own hollow voids mock them. What's next when the silent hunter turns the sea into a sensory nightmare? Pressure and chill sap courage, as the looming twist whispers doubt. Building on the incredible silence of HMS Agamemnon, imagine a submarine so stealthy that it becomes invisible to even the most sensitive Russian sonar sensors. Instead of the typical loud cavitation noises produced by propellers, this vessel employs a sophisticated pump-jet propulsion system. It sucks water into a carefully designed channel and ejects it seamlessly at high pressure, avoiding the familiar bubbles and turbulence that give away traditional submarines. The result? A flow of water that moves so smoothly, it's practically silent. No cavitation, no detectable bubbles, just an almost ghostly glide through the ocean depths. This design makes Agamemnon capable of slipping beneath the radar of even the most advanced Russian acoustic sensors. It's a predator that can operate beneath the hearing threshold of the enemy's fleet. But stealth is only part of the story. At the forefront of its capabilities is the groundbreaking sonar system, the 2076 package. This suite is arguably the most advanced in the entire world. Its processing power is so immense that it can detect a small vessel in the English Channel from a distance greater than the width of half the Atlantic. This means Agamemnon can sense a Russian submarine the moment its engine fires up, even before the crew has taken their first sip of tea. With this acute awareness, the submarine can instantly identify the target, calculate its course and speed, and prepare its weapons. This transforms what could be a tense duel into an unavoidable strike. Agamemnon doesn't just observe, it's a predator ready to strike at a moment's notice. Lurking silently at the bow are highly advanced torpedoes and cruise missiles. The Spearfish torpedoes, carrying nearly 2 tons of explosives, can hunt down fleeing submarines, even beneath ice-covered waters. With wire guidance and autonomous sonar, they can pursue a target relentlessly until it's torn apart. Meanwhile, the cruise missiles with a range of 1,600 kilometers enable precise strikes deep within enemy territory, targets like military bases or command centers, without the submarine ever surfacing. It's a weapon that redefines the limits of underwater warfare, turning the ocean into a battlefield where silence is mightier than firepower. This vessel embodies the pinnacle of Western stealth and sensor technology, undermining Russia's traditional doctrine of number in size. As Agamemnon slips beneath the surface, it threatens to set back the Russian submarine fleet a generation, noisy, predictable, and vulnerable. But the story doesn't end here. This incredible stealth doesn't just challenge Russian defenses. It raises critical questions about what the future holds in underwater conflict. If such a silent hunter can operate undetected, what other secrets lie hidden beneath the waves? What is the true cost of such advanced technology? And, as the ocean remains a vast, dark theater of danger, who will be the next to fall into the silence? After the silent waters of the Atlantic envelop it, the HMS Agamemnon stands as a symbol of unmatched stealth and power. Its presence isn't just about better equipment, it's a seismic shift in regional dominance. This submarine threatens to render Russian and Chinese fleets obsolete, pushing their submarines into a noisy, vulnerable past. As Agamemnon slices through the depths, what secrets and dangers lie beneath? This vessel's true strength lies in its ability to reshape geopolitical borders, especially in the icy, unforgiving Arctic. It's more than a ship, it's a game-changer, an invisible force capable of turning the frozen hellscape into a land of strategic invisibility. While Russia relies on a bastion approach, hiding nuclear submarines in protected waters, Agamemnon's whisper-quiet design threatens to unravel that armor. What happens when a submarine powered by artificial silence infiltrates the most secure zones? The moment a Russian submarine, like the formidable Borea class, departs port, Agamemnon could be lurking nearby, silent, unseen, waiting. It can shadow these vessels for days or weeks beneath the ice, an invisible phantom. Russian captains might set sail, unaware their every move is already tracked. Does this psychological warfare break their resolve? Can morale or operational courage withstand such relentless invisibility? The risks are staggering. As rumors swirl about a return to Cold War tensions, this submarine's capabilities threaten to tilt the balance entirely. The crucial northern Atlantic line, marked by Greenland, Iceland, and the United Kingdom, becomes a battleground. Agamemnon and its sister vessels patrol this frontier, acting as silent sentinels. Historically, Russian submarines like Submarine evaded detection, skimming close to U.S. shores. But now, with the advanced sonar and sound absorption technology aboard Agamemnon, those decades of stealth are rapidly fading. Could a single submarine redefine the rules of global conflict? The answer lies deep below, where the sound of silence reigns supreme and where the true war for control is quietly unfolding beneath the waves. Standing guard at the strategic boundary, the Agamemnon's advanced sensors can spot the loudest foes from hundreds of miles away. The mighty Russian Yasen-class subs, such as Submarine, have historically slipped past Western defenses and come perilously close to U.S. shores. But with the Sonar 2076 system, the British giant has changed the game entirely. It's as if a wall of sound blocks the invaders, rendering them invisible long before they strike. Yet, the danger isn't solely from Russia. Now, China seeks to push into Arctic waters with its own ambitions, the Arctic Silk Road. Their submarines, such as the Type 093-094, are considered noisy and outdated next to the stealth of HMS Agamemnon. To Chinese sonar operators, their vessels are like blaring alarms lost in chaos. From the Indo-Pacific to the Arctic, while the Agamemnon detects, tracks, and prepares to strike, Chinese sonar only reveals static and unintelligible fog of noise. Their numerical advantage, with more ships and submarines, melts away. Because you cannot target what you cannot see. The submarine's invisibility makes it an almost ghostly predator. One vessel alone can change everything. The Agamemnon is more than just a submarine, it's a keystone in a broader, more powerful naval strategy. The United Kingdom is rising again, reclaiming its maritime dominance through cutting-edge technology. This is a maneuver akin to a master chess move, surrounding rivals with an impenetrable net. On the day this new submarine became operational, procurement officials broke the first steel for HMS King George VI, the last in the Dreadnought class. These will form the backbone of Britain's future nuclear deterrent. The Agamemnon's purpose? To safeguard Britain's ballistic missile submarines and secure the ocean's depths from prying enemies. Its silent patrols cement the UK's might, while the Dreadnought class of destroyers guarantees the nuclear shield. Thanks to these guardians, Russia's attempts to threaten Britain's nuclear capability are futile. The dreadnoughts remain hidden, untouchable beneath the waves. The silent, unseen hunter strikes fear into would-be adversaries, proving that in underwater warfare, invisibility is the ultimate weapon. The most dangerous threat Russia has faced recently isn't just conventional. It's the unseen sabotage beneath the waves, targeting the vital undersea internet and energy cables that power the modern world. These cables are the nerves linking continents, crucial for global commerce and communication. An attack could cripple entire nations overnight, plunging economies into chaos. Enter the HMS Agamemnon, a silent guardian lurking beneath the ocean's surface. This submarine isn't just a vessel, it's a sentinel protecting this infrastructure from covert threats. Equipped with advanced sensors and armed with spearfish torpedoes, it acts as a deadly deterrent. If a Russian or any hostile mini-sub tries to near these cables, Agamemnon will find and eliminate it before it gets close. While aircraft carriers like the Queen Elizabeth and Prince of Wales symbolize power afloat, they're vulnerable beneath the surface. Underwater threats can strike where surface defenses can't reach. That's where Agamemnon operates, miles ahead, invisibly patrolling. It can sweep the South China Sea of Chinese subs or crush Russian submarines in the Mediterranean long before they reach the fleet. Admiral Sir Gwen Jenkins asserts that this force commands respect from allies and terrorizes foes. This move isn't just about a new submarine, it's a message. A statement sent in steel and sealed with nuclear resolve. It signals that Britain's navy is no longer just playing defense. It is reshaping the underwater battlefield, turning strategic advantage into a fortress of silence and precision. In a world where information flows across buried cables, cut them, and the economy stumbles. With Agamemnon tracking every move beneath the waves, enemies find their plans foiled before they even begin. The new silent revolution has begun, and the oceans are no longer their playground. The future belongs to those who can hear the sound of silence. The message is loud and clear: the oceans are no longer your domain. The Royal Navy mockingly labels their newest creation after a delicate creature, baby dolphin. But don't be fooled by the nickname. Silence is the deadliest weapon. Instead of brute force or deafening noise, the submarine waits patiently, unseen and unheard. Russia's aging fleet, once a formidable force, now faces a new reality. With this silent giant prowling beneath the waves, the rules of maritime warfare are rewriting themselves. Russian ships rely on noise, on their engines' roar and the echo of their sonar pings. But the HMS Agamemnon has turned the game on its head, becoming a phantom that slips through the ocean's shadows. Underwater, it's an untraceable nightmare for adversaries. A machine so silent, it's like it doesn't exist, merely a flicker in the deep, a ghost that waits to strike. Can Moscow sailors even hear the approaching threat? Or is this new silence deafening? The answer is terrifying. This isn't just about one submarine, it's the beginning of a global shift. Agamemnon's cutting-edge technology fuels a much larger vision, an alliance where stealth and sensors dominate. This is the first step in a covert network designed to encircle adversaries. The roots of this masterpiece trace back to a pioneering partnership, an alliance forged between Australia, the UK, and the United States. It's called the AUKUS Agreement. Its purpose? To contain China's push into the Indo-Pacific and push back against Russian ambitions in the Arctic. What makes this so terrifying? The same technological DNA running through HMS Agamemnon is now being incorporated into a new class of submarines, an undetectable fleet that will dominate the silent depths of the world's oceans. China's Pearl Chain strategy and Russia's Arctic dreams are now vulnerable to this invisible barrier. These nations plan to carve out their own underwater empires, but the silent ghost ships threaten to blow all that apart. This isn't just a military upgrade, it's a geopolitical earthquake. As sanctions tighten and economies wobble, Moscow's hope to match Western tech is slipping further away. They're fighting a losing race, a battle they cannot win. With each silent voyage of the Agamemnon, the future of underwater warfare is forever altered. What will happen when the old world order intersects with this hypersilent, unstoppable force? The ocean's quiet revolution has only just begun. Amidst rampant economic turmoil, sanctions, and fading industrial strength, Russia's shipyards are barely hanging on. They're desperately trying to repair aging vessels with parts that are nearly impossible to find, relying on rusted infrastructure from the Soviet era. Meanwhile, the United Kingdom is forging ahead, deploying cutting-edge, space-age technology like the HMS Agamemnon on a massive scale. This technological gap is not just a matter of ship design, it's a final blow to Russia's and China's claims of superpower status. The UK's secret weapon, HMS Agamemnon, symbolizes this shift. It's more than a submarine, it's a declaration. A message sent across the ocean depths that the balance of power is changing, silently but decisively. The future of naval warfare isn't about size or brute force anymore. It's about invisibility, precision, and stealth. As the world watches, one question echoes loudly: will Russia and China's outdated fleets be left in the dust, or can they adapt to this new silent revolution? This is the dawn of a new era where the most dangerous weapon is no longer a loud explosion but the sound of a sinking silence. The oceans are no longer their playground, they are the battleground of unseen supremacy. And all of this shift in global dominance, begins with one vessel. HMS Agamemnon. Its quiet engines, advanced sonar, and deadly precision mark the beginning of a new chapter in naval warfare, one where silence is the strongest scream. What do you think this means for global security? Are we witnessing the birth of a new silent empire beneath the waves? Share your thoughts below. The future is listening, and it's listening quietly.